Oh, hello there. I didn't see you come in. Welcome to the black hole. No, no, wait, don't leave. Just, just step over the skeletons, move the crystals aside, and have a seat. Do not let the heavy metal appearance fool you. I'm sure that I might have something here for you today. So, you're looking into how to record on a budget. If this specific video is for you, it's because you're trying to record on an extremely low budget. Upon doing research myself, I had stumbled upon a few different sources. Most of them immediately told me to get an interface. Dude, the interface is above my budget, and on top of that, I don't even own a computer. So, unfortunately, you're not really going to be able to help me out with this. And then we see how to record. Well, you adjust this in your settings, and well, that's cool. First of all, I want to say, if you're recording with an interface onto your computer, I think it's wonderful. If there's an instrument in your hand and you are making sounds come out of it that other people listen to, you're on the right track, man. That's all I can tell you. There's some wild stuff out there, synths and everything else. It's great. But I really do believe there is something from just recording the sounds that come out of a person's speaker. I feel it's more expressive. I like the little small not good parts together with all the other good parts. They make it good. For example, I'm not a very good guitar player in my opinion. I am not a recording engineer especially, but I do have stuff inside of my soul that I would like to share with other people. And I think that, we get confused. At least I did. There's a large barrier to entry. When I first imagined, what would it be like if somebody ever heard my music? And I immediately put myself into the situation of a recording studio and whatever. But I think that's what society would want us to do. If you would allow me your time to regale you with a slight story. When I first started getting my pedal board, I was in touch with a sales representative, and through our conversations and him helping me out, he revealed to me that he was a sound and studio engineer. And he actually requested to hear some of my music. I'm sure he was just being polite, but genuinely interested as someone who listens to music. And so I did send him some of my stuff, actually links to the videos that are here on YouTube. And I, of course, I asked him for some of his stuff. And he sent me some work that he had engineered for. And it's immaculate, dude. Every frequency is exactly where it's supposed to be. Every single sound is in its right place. The band, the vocalist, everybody did a good job. But like, I mean, it makes me sad. But like, I mean, the dude. One of my videos of me standing here in the back of a motorhome has more views than one of their videos that they went and had professionally produced. And it breaks my heart for real, for them. But I do believe there's a silver lining to every dark cloud, just as the Grateful Dead would tell us. And the silver lining to that cloud is that you don't need all that. Matter of fact, like, I'm going to explain to you my microphone and stuff I have, but if you're just doing acoustic stuff, don't even worry about it, man. Just use your phone. Just, the big thing is the distance. How, make sure you're not overloading, over compressing when you're playing into it, and make sure it's still audible without, somebody on the other end having to jack their TV all the way up to a million or whatever. But anything, as long as you hit it in there, it's going to be cool. Don't even worry about it. I really think it's important right now for, and I don't mean just playing instruments, but even, if you do synth stuff, if if you play the French horn, if there's something inside of you you need to get out, I really believe now's the time to do it. We think we're being overran by AI. We're not. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that's just a few dudes with those programs putting that stuff out. There are more of us. And we are what we decide to watch. And if we decide to support each other, to uplift each other, and to make sure everybody knows that we want music that comes from people's souls, then they will. They they don't care either way, dude. They want the money. They'll do whatever you pay them to do. If people paid them to be morally correct people, they would be. But that ain't how it works. It's up to us. So, back to the original topic. I got off on a tangent there, and I apologize. So, the microphone I'm using is a Boya BYMM1. It was considered one of the best budget shotgun microphones about 5 or 6 years ago. Um, Again, like I'm not a monetary person, but I do realize this is a video on low budget recording. So, for the purposes of this, I got this for 25 bucks off eBay. I think they're like 35 some other places. If you want to, somebody where you a little more returns or warranty or what have you, I get it. But like I said, I think it was 25 bucks. I had to get the extension cord. I'm plugging into my audio jack on my phone. It's a five, probably older than 5 years. It's a Motorola G Pure. So you probably know how old it is more than I would. But I did have to get an external app, open camera, and it has to where I can monitor the audio levels that are going into the microphone. And it does do a little better on the performance on the camera. But again, I mean, the camera's not even the big point of this. I mean, I think, again, like I can't tell you what you want to see, but I can tell you what I want to see, and I want to see real people playing real music. And if it's been processed or programmed still, that's fine. Just not all the robot stuff, man. Like, you don't need to present yourself a certain way to certain people. You just need to be you. And if everybody was them, then everybody would understand that it was okay to be. Like me. I mean, it's pretty obvious my motif. So far, I'd say 80% of my supporters are classical guitar players, vocalists, and piano players. So far that I know of, I don't have one other heavy metal person that messes around with me yet. And that's cool. I think it's awesome. Like, I mean, I must be doing something right if somebody from that genre can, at least recognize what I'm doing. And just like I recognize what singer-songwriter used to be a term, like a revered thing. I mean, you're talking about like bard status. Like you can do that, but nobody wants to. I mean, not nobody. Obviously, you're here. You want to, so let's fucking do it. So basically, what I do, you're just gonna want to make sure you're far enough away that you're not clouding everything. And even with your phone speaker, uh, one of those little, interview mics or this mic, whatever, just make sure, listen to it back. That's really the main thing. Do it, do it this far, do it this far, just call it. I mean, what I did, the reason I found out that my microphone needed to be 20 inches away from my speaker, we'll just go ahead and put that down. That's a little tool we'll need for later. We'll just put that right there. And put we'll put that right. We'll put that right there. Okay. So, but again, like I told myself, like if you had it measured out, it'd be like 1 inch away, 2 inches away, all the way 2 feet. Whatever you need to do, whichever sounds best. When you listen to it back, if you're like, hey man, I think it sounded best at 3 inches, well, go with 3 inches. I figured out the stereo. This is the center channel on the surround sound from the stereo. When you hear the drum tracks in the back of my video, I'm literally just playing YouTube videos over my home theater system. And the mic is halfway between the amplifier and this right here, which is a speaker. By the way, this is only my second time talking on camera, so if it seems like I'm nervous, it's because I am. So just do your best to ignore that if you can for me. But, so my voice might get a little quieter, but I moved down here. You know what I'm saying? And I already have my 20 inches, so it should be pointed where I want it to. And through trial and error, I know where my amp needs to be set at. Right now I'm at a 40 watt amp, around level 6.852, something like that. Unmute. There you go. And for example, like, all right, this will be way too quiet. whereas this will be entirely too loud. So, again, I figured it out. I like it there. And for the drum track, I figured out where the stereo needs to be the exact same level as the guitar. I mean, you could probably, I guess you could consider it pre-mixing. Is that a thing? Pre-mixing? Sure, why not? But I have a wireless keyboard hooked up to the PS4, which is hooked up to the TV, which is hooked up to the home theater system. So you just press play and wait for the internet to load because I live in the middle of nowhere. And then when I mess up, inevitably, I can just, go all the way back and then hit start again and wait for the internet to reload, come down through the tubes. But, for like I said, if you're doing acoustic stuff, surely to goodness, if you can hear an electric guitar without any power, then you should be able to hear an acoustic guitar. But, for real, dude, it doesn't matter whether you play the French horn or the oboe or I don't care if you play the bedpan, dude. If you have a rhythm in your heart, let it out. Now's the time. I ain't trying to come at you on no spiritual stuff. I ain't trying to come at you on no educational bullshit or what have you. I'm just saying, just look in your heart, and if there's something that you need to get out, then just do it. And if you decide to, I did turn the links off because people are weird as shit. But just leave your channel, whatever channel you got it loaded on, leave it on. Let me know. Hey, I got some art on there. Again, if you painting, poetry, if you smoke cigarettes in an artful way, hey, maybe I pick some up from you. I don't know, but just let me know, and I will subscribe to you. I will leave you a comment, and I will give your video a like. And you never know, we might could do something. Like every single drum track you've heard so far has been somebody that has created it and put it on YouTube. And some of them I'm pretty sure aren't live drums. I'm pretty sure they're programmed drums. But again, that's still somebody sitting down going, this goes here, that goes there. It's not robot, make me a tune, beep, boop, beep. And I think it's important right now. I really do. And I'm a firm believer in be the change that you want to see. And that's the change I want to see. So I'm getting over my nervousness and I'm getting over my paranoia and my weird anxieties. And I'm dropping my pick. That was a Fred Kelly. We don't need that guy anyway. We're going back to the Jazz 3 Dunlop. Jazz. No, I'm just kidding. If you play jazz, dude, scramble me some notes down here. For real, let's just get together and let's do this thing. All around the world, wherever you are. Let's make music. Let's jam out. It don't matter how good you think you are. It don't matter how good you really are. Nothing. Just get it done. And you know what? Since I ever got everything going, I might just do a little jam session on our way out. Just riff around. But I will leave you with a quote by Pablo Picasso. If a voice inside you tells you not to paint, then by all means paint. That voice will go away.